Hello guys, it's Tamer Jumbo, and today I'm going to be giving my ancient Garuru-Bond list that I played at local losing. It was a 4-1 local, it was 16 man, and I went 4-0 playing this list. It was a really good event. Popped to the guy who came second. Last round was an Imperial matchup. It was very fucking difficult. I pretty much just won off like a mat security flip essentially, but props to him. But yeah, it was a really good event. I took this list. The reason I took this list was because one, I'm testing the nationals, and two, I think Ancient Bond is very slept on in this format. There's a lot of people that would rather just play the Rookish variant, but the disadvantages I see with the Rookish variant are that it's too weak essentially on stuff like security checks and stuff. So stuff like set control. Set control can just fuck it if it wants. That's why I play Ancient Bond, because there's a lot more higher DP variants in Ancient Bond, and I like that a bit more with my Digimon decks. So I'll just hop into it. So for my eggs, I play one of the new Structure MEV. It's alright. There's not really another draw. Not really another draw egg in the game at the moment. Just gives you an extra K, and it's very generic. And then of course, I'm playing 4 of BT1 Upamon. This card's still bonkers. When attacking, if they have no distribution sources, draw 1. There's not much to say about this. This is still like objectively the best blue egg in the game. Until they print some, there's like, if your Digimon has like, I don't know, if it's jamming or something. I don't know if it exists, but yeah, I don't know. There's not another good generic egg that draws your card. It's really good. And then move on to the freeze. 4 of BT4 Gabumon. This card is dumb. This card is very dumb, and they should have never printed this. So it just has like a normal effect where all turn once per turn, when a Mat Ishida enters the battlefield, gain memory. Now this is a little funny interaction with hitting a Mat of security, because it's basically, it just gains your memory on security. So that's a nice little tech, and also makes it your mats in hand 2 cost as well. So it's a nice little thing. But the best bit about this card isn't just its effect; it's inheritable effect. When attacking once per turn, if it has Bond in its name, you may unsuspend, and you can choose not to activate on the first swing. So basically, you just swing, restand with the Gabumon effect, and then swing, restand with this effect, and you get 3 checks with the Bond, which is really dumb. And this is probably the most broken bit about the card. Not Bond itself, this card in the deck. This card is dumb. They should have never printed this card, but for some reason they did, and they thought they were smart about it. Now, on to the next freeze. EX1 Garuru-Bond. Gabu. This card's really good as well. So essentially, it's just when attacking, look at the top 3, you may add any tamer, which is, a lot of people forget about that. They think it's just a blue tamer, but it's any tamer. So it can add Analog Boy as well, and it adds a Gabu, so it can add Bond of Friendship Sand as well. It's just a really good deck filter, and also it's essentially just draw 2 when attacking when you have Uber in the stack. So it's just a really good card, and I'm really happy to printed this, because it gave the deck even more consistency, which it didn't need, by the way. But you know, Bandai's thought to themselves, yeah, we'll give them a bit more, whatever. And then for my last 4 Strawberry, just standard. If you're not playing the ancient variant, you don't need to play this. You can play like on play Gabu draw card, but I just really like this. Strabby's just insane. Strabby's been the fucking goat since BT4. On play, look at the top 3. Add a tamer and or a hybrid. So if you roll a Mat and like a Lobo, you can add both of them. It's just really fucking good. The amount of value you get off hitting 2 is so good. It's like the most satisfying feeling in the deck when on play you get to hit both of them. Like the feeling you get when you like on play Strabby, hit a Mat and a Lobo. Oh, the value. And then for the last 3, I play 3 of the Pokemon Gabumon. This Gabumon's really good. Look at the top 5. Add any tamer again, so you can add like an analog to hand, and then add it to hand. It's not a thought of because it's like it's sort of situational, but at the same time it isn't. It's like you want to see it, but sometimes you don't, and like you'd rather just have like a BT6 Gabu in hand or the EX1 Gabu. So it's just really good to get out of your hand. Filters your deck. Adds a Matt, adds a Davis. Just a really good card. There's not anything in the Orky lineup that I would change because you don't really need to. Maybe like if you don't like not having a lot of interaction with your opponent, you could play like a Madokai instead of like cut two of these, play one of these. But I'd just say it just reduces the deck's consistency. And play 4 BT4 Lobo. Again, this card's been the GOAT ever since it got printed. It's digital on top of a tamer. Pushes for games, steals games. It's just a damage source for 2. It's bonkers. You don't really have to explain much about this card. It's just bonkers. They should have printed these, and I can't wait for BT7 when this card gets power crept, which is really funny because they're making Shakomon, and Shakomon's bonkers. And then for my other four of the promo Robo, this is the linchpin of the deck. So essentially, it has a when Digivolving effect. You may warp Digivolve into an Ancient Guru at the cost of 1. So essentially, you get a 6 for free cost. Essentially Bond, but it's a little bit different. So you get 2 swingers of the Ancient, so it's really nice. 3 damage investment. 3 memory investment for 2 damage. In my opinion, it's just fucking efficient. But it dies at the end of the turn, but it floats into another hybrid. So you can write Ancient Guru, float into a Strabby on play, and then get a bunch of value. But yeah, you need 4. Unfortunately, you do need 4 this promo, and they're fucking expensive now, like 15 a copy. So if you can find someone selling a playset for like 45, pick it up, because this card is going to keep getting better and better and better. Because they're going to release more Ancient Gurus over time, probably. So it's just bonkers. Get a playset while you can. Probably just build this deck while you can. While it's at full power before fucking BT7 comes up. Now, for the big boys. 4 Bond of Friendship. 4 Ancient Garuru. This is such a fun deck to play when you have like these 8. So Ancient Guru, when attacking, you may. Okay, actually, it's not you may. You have to resolve the effect because they alerted it, and then they never told anyone they alerted it. So basically, once per turn, when attacking, you may unsuspend this. You may unsuspend up to 2 hybrids, or I think it's Gurus in the names. So you get to unsuspend this, and then on deletion, you can float into all 4 with a hybrid, which is really good. For the 3 mana investment you get with the Lobo, you get 2 damage for it, and that's really good. Now onto the best bit of the deck. Garuru-Bond of Friendship. When attacking, once per turn, if you have a tamer, and that is just a tamer, there's going to be very little cases where you don't have a Matt Ishida, but in the times where you like Ancient Guru comboed, and you can put this on top, it still works. It's very like random, and it's never going to happen, but when it will, maybe like once in a million, it will come up. So if you have a tamer, you can unsuspend this digital, and that's only once per turn. But with the BT6 Gabu, you can unsuspend again, so you can choose when to resolve it. And when attacking, you may bounce a level 5 or lower to the bottom of the deck, and that isn't once per turn. This card can win an entire game by itself if you do it at the right time. Just wipe a board, they have nothing in raising, you just got it for 3 damage. That's probably the best bit about this card, is that you get to bounce 5 to the bottom while dealing damage. All for 3 memory. It's dumb. And it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. So yeah, it's a bonkers card. Also, not a lot of people do this. Let me show you. Not a lot of people do this combo. So, if you Bond combo, so if you do the Ancient Guru combo, right, you go into the Robo. Yeah. If you're going to do the Ancient Guru combo, right, you swing restand on this effect. If you have like 3 memory or 3 spark, you just go into the Garuru-Bond, and you get 3 extra swings if you have like a BT6 Gabu. it's bonkers. So like 6 memory for 4 damage. I'd say that's alright. I'd say that's a decent investment. So yeah, I did this in national. I did this in the local because I was against set control. And he put mine to 8 on the turn. I made like I literally made 2 stacks of this, and I won the game. It was bonkers. It was funny. It's probably there's a lot of times where it doesn't come up, but if you see the play line, you might as well just go for it. Because I'd happily invest 6 memory to get 4 damage on board when I know I'm gonna win, or at the next turn after I do it. Moving to the tamers. For Matt Ishida. You want to see this card as early as possible. It's just a bonkers value engine. When a Garuru or a Gabu comes up from the Raisin area, you gain a memory. And then it's just got main. You can warp Digivolve into a bond by trashing top security. And then at the end of the turn, if you have 1 or more security, it dies. A lot of people don't realise that it checks the security on Digivolution. So if you go to 0 on Digivolution, it dies. It lives, but during your turn you can Magna Jumon to heal 2. I don't play this in this variant. It's just like a little interaction that some people don't really know about. But yeah, you want to get this card out as early as possible. When I was against Imperial Game 2, I didn't see this till turn 5, and that's pretty much all I lost. Because it's the combo piece, it's the linchpin. It gives you so much free gain. It gives you so much free advantage just by gaining memory and drawing a card. And if you get multiples out, it's fucking bonkers. Like if you it's literally just like if you get like 3 of these out, you win the game essentially. Like I think I've never lost a game where I've got 3 more out. Because you promote triple spark, triple Uber, it's bonkers. And then for my memory tamers, for Davis. Standard. Davis is bonkers. Davis is too generically good not to play, and it's just going to get better as the game goes on. It's just a memory tamer, so it sets you to 3, and then on play you'll get the top 3, add a boy and a green, or if you don't, but if you just have a boy, you have a boy. This card's just going to get generically better as the game goes on. Get your copies now while you can, before we turn out like Japan, and it costs 30 quid a copy, which is really fucking dumb. Because this set's going to go out of print soon, so get your copies while you can. Now on to the last tamer, Double Analog Boy. Now, this is a nice little combo piece that not a lot of people realise that they can abuse. So, both Bond and Ancient Garuru die at the end of turn, but this lets you tap them, because they have sources of course, and then you gain a memory and hatch an egg. So essentially, if you're at 1 memory and you have an Ancient Garuru on board, and you know you have game if you have Lobo, but you don't have a spark, all you do is you Digivolve Lobo onto a Blue Tamer, you go to 1, or you put them to 1, and then you tap this guy, hatch an egg, gain memory, you're back at 0. It's bonkers. And then you get to float into a Strabby on your same turn as well, or like float into like a different hybrid. It's really good. And also it's just a really good filter because you look at top 3 and you add a Digimon and you get to mill 2. So essentially it unbricks your deck while at the same time getting more cards out your deck, which then in turn filter your deck. It's just a really good card. And also a lot of people don't realize it's a really good choking tool as well. So like if you're at 1 and if you're at 1 and you have like an Ancient Garuru on board, you play this, you resolve its effect, and then you resolve its all turns effect, you essentially get a 1-cost search free and an extra hatch. So it's just a really good value, and they shouldn't have printed this card. This is one of those cards that like just gets better as the game goes on. It's like Davis. Like Davis is broken, right? But this is like hidden broken. Because it's one of those cards that just gets better as the game goes on. Enough of the options. 2-man boosts. Don't want this to 3. 2's fine. There's actually very little times where I'm like, oh, I want to see a memory use, because I was drawing so many cards, it didn't fucking matter. 4 Ice Wall. Play this at 4. This is the most optimal card at 4. If you're not playing this at 4, you're just fucking being an idiot. It literally says your opponent can't play the game, and then a security effect says your opponent can't play the game. So actually no, but what it does, it says main all your opponent's Digimon, including Digimon that they play during that turn or Digimon that they promote from raising, always to memory. It dodges Madokai Betamon. Since I don't gain the memory, you lose it. And it's a very good choke until you can double Ice Wall, fucking make them always fall on attack. It's just a bonkers card. There's so much in-depth nuance with this card that I can't fucking explain because I'm not good at math. But it's you see Ice Wall, you win. You don't see Ice Wall, you're still probably gonna win. But in game 3 against Imperial Digimon, my hand was fucking dog wank. I had literally no luckies for about 5 turns, but I drew all 4 Ice Wall. So I just Ice Walled him every turn and made it so, and for some reason he didn't want to attack. So I just got 4 turns of stall off this, and I ended up winning the game. And now, of course, the boy staple, Full Spark. Nothing else. It's just standard. You're not playing Full Spark or something, are you? Same for Ice Wall. Yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Stuff I changed, nothing. There's not any space in the deck, to be honest. There's probably the only space in the deck, right, is the promo Gabu, but that's about it. Yeah, but that concludes my deck profile. My Twitter is GodfishJambo. If you do want to follow me, I might make a Discord soon, so we can talk to people. I don't have enough fucking subscribers for that yet. But yeah, have a good day. Thank you.